Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, so you're back again, Helen.
Yeah.
And today you're having a 3-hour treatment, which includes an hour of core therapy. We might get the cups out, we'll see. And then a 2-hour massage with a facial. So you're here all afternoon. Are you looking forward to it?
Very much.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, a real treat. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. I'm looking forward to treating you. So anything that's come up in the last month or two that I need to look at? Any issues?
I don't think so, no.
Good.
Better than that last time, definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Absolute pleasure. Right, I look forward to treating you.
Thank you very much. God, what a treat, isn't it?
Well, a lot of people wouldn't do that for themselves. I'm really delighted that you do.
Do you know, I wouldn't have, and I still do struggle
Do you?
to just, yeah.
To spend that time on yourself?
But I've got better at it.
Yeah. Because you know when you walk out how good you feel, don't you?
Yeah, because it's like when you sent me that message, I was like, oh God, can I really, can I fit it in? And part of me is going, no, just have one part of it, or, and the other's going, and then suddenly the other voice went, no, have it. But yeah, it's not easy, is it, looking after ourselves?
And going into the winter months, people find it difficult because it gets darker and shorter days in this part of the world. And so we struggle a little bit with, our mental, emotional state. And so I think the more that we can invest in ourselves over the winter, it helps, doesn't it?
Definitely. I think on the grey days, I definitely feel greyer.
Yeah.
Like the sun's shining.
Yeah.
I can feel that in myself.
Yeah.
Common, isn't it?
I think we're all in tune with the weather and the seasons. Right, let's give you some tests and see with the kinesiology what comes up. Can I have a nice straight arm, hand off your tummy, I'm going to push here and hold. Okay, and the other one, and hold. Nice. Can you raise a leg for me? I'm going to push and hold. Nice. And the other one, and hold. So, arm up and leg at the same time and hold. Okay, legs dropping a little bit. Let's try the other side and hold. Nice and strong. So I'm just going to have a little feel. Just relax, just to see what's going on behind your SIS, the sacroiliac. See if there's a strain or separation there.
Stuff there, exactly where you were.
Pain. Arm and leg again. And hold.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you're stronger, but you gave in after a little bit. So I'm just going to see in a slightly different spot whether I can anchor it a little bit more strongly.
Just there.
It's quite low down then, isn't it? And hold. Absolutely. I think you could have stayed strong there for a long time. So by me testing the arm and then separately testing the leg, and they were both strong, but when I tested them together, the leg went down, so it told me there was something going on. So by anchoring it and then retesting, it went better, but I knew that we could get something better, so I anchored a little bit lower down that strain. It's the side of the sacrum where it joins on to the iliac and all the ligaments that are there. And then we retested and you were so strong. So it's just your body, like your subconscious, confirming for me, yes, you've got the right place. And this is number one on the shopping list of all the different things that may come up when I'm doing the kinesiology that will go into your subconscious, and then your subconscious will just start ticking them off. Yeah, I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that. Plus, I'm going to give you a nice treatment for it. Well, a couple of nice treatments today.
Oh, thank you.
So I'll just update my notes. Okay, so can I have your right arm and left leg and hold? Okay, just dropping a bit and hold. Yeah, just struggling a little bit there. So can you put 2 fingers there? Doesn't matter which hand, that's it. Yeah, just on your jaw hinge, so when you open and close, yeah. And then opposite arm and leg and hold. That's better. Can you put this hand, 2 fingers over there, give me left arm, right leg and hold. Yeah, and your knee clicks then. It went. Does it do that a lot? Yeah. And then 2 fingers over here. You can use the same hand and hold. Yeah, you're definitely stronger with this. I think you need a jaw release. And so left hand over here, just touching your jaw hinge. Arm up for me. It's all right. And hold. Oh, not so much there. So I'm just going to have a little feel of your TMJ. Now, the TMJ stands for the temporomandibular joint, and it's often called TMJ disorder. And we can get a trapped TMJ that can either be stuck in a position because of muscle spasm, or it can be twisted with torsion, maybe following dental work, which is often the way, or perhaps following a fall or a knock to the head, or I imagine boxers might get it quite regularly. So what I'm doing here, just with my thumbs, the thenar muscle of the base of my thumb, is just feeling into that joint. Just take a few deep breaths, just relax really deeply. And I'm just having a sense of what the jaw is telling me. Yeah, it's releasing now. Okay, so sometimes, people demonstrate stress in different ways in their body. This might not be stress, but it is possible. Where when we have stress, some people get headaches, some people it goes to their abdomen and they get bunged up and they get stomach pain. Some people it goes to their shoulders and their shoulders come up around their ears. But some people, we tense our jaws and maybe we grind teeth at night or clench. And this simple action, using a little bit of Qigong energy, can help release any muscle spasm and correct any imbalance in the structure of the jaw hinge. And it is so important for our bodies. It's not just the jaw that this will help. This will help the neck, the whole spine, and therefore the whole body. Because the jaw is linked to the neck. Yeah, that feels a lot better. There we are. So just going to have a little retest. So arm and leg again across you and hold. Yeah, it's juddering a bit, but it's better than it was. And hold. Yeah, you've got a lot more stronger. You can feel stronger there. Yeah, it's good. Once you've had a couple of core, you know what's weak and strong, don't you? You can tell. Some people, even before they've had the test, they're just raising a limb. They know whether it's going to pass or fail. You just have a sense. Okay, so we're going to move on. I'm going to have a look at the hips. Clavicle. Yeah, your left hip looks a little bit higher than your right. And your left rib edge is a little bit higher as well. So I'm just wondering if it's like this. I am being picky. I'm looking for small, would it? Which would mean that you'd be coming down heavier on this leg. And of course that's the knee leg. Can you raise an arm for me and hold? Okay. And hold. Good. Oh, I love a good tummy rumble. And hold. Do you know why that is? Have you eaten? Yeah?
It's not hunger.
No. And hold. It's when we relax. When we're in good hands and we feel safe and we let go, our tummy just goes, oh, I'm safe here, I can relax.
Lovely.
So it's often during therapy that people's tummy rumbles. It's such, I feel flattered. Yeah. And arm up and hold. Oh, okay. Right. So 2 fingers on your pubis symphysis, which is that bone dead centre of your pelvis. Just push down to the couch. Yeah. Give me that arm again and hold. That's good. Okay. So you can release. Pubis symphysis is intact. It's fine. But there is some weakness in the integrity of the pelvis. Just when I hold it together, it likes that. It wants to be held back together. So I'll do some sort of security on the pelvis.
Yeah.
Right. Should we have a look at the knee just in case? Yeah. Give me your arm and hold. Nice. And hold. Tiny bit. And hold. Good. Oh, click, click, and hold. That's all right. And behind, and hold. Tiny bit. So I'm just going to do something for that lymph, because you know the lymph helps us remove waste and toxins from the body. Lymph is all over the place, but we have a lovely lymph node behind each knee, and that should be taking all the toxins away from the lower half of the body, all the dead blood cells and waste products. And so I'll just help that when I'm doing some Tuina. I'll do a bit of Tuina around that as well. Okay. How's abdomen, tummy, digestion?
Yeah, okay. I won't be surprised if you find something though.
Shall I have a little look then?
Yeah.
Can you just reveal your lower tummy for me? She says, trying to warm her hands up.
It's been quite windy.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing terrible, but I wouldn't be surprised if you find something.
Okay. Does that feel a bit sore? Yeah. Yeah, I'm being quite light actually for me, but no, I can feel that's a little bit tight there. Okay, can you put 2 fingers deep into there? Yeah. And hold. It doesn't feel too bad. We're just going to do some around that. So a nice flat hand and hold. That's good. I'm just going to do some other tests around it. So I'm just going to see if it's open and hold. It might be slightly open and closed and hold. Okay, it's not an obvious answer. I'm just going to see if it's twisted and hold. No. Twisted the other way and hold. No, okay, definitely not twisted. But yeah, there's something about it being either open or closed, but it's not obvious. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it for you, and then we're going to test the other organs and see if a few of them come up, I'll give you an amno-fu, deep abdominal massage. Okay, so can you give me 3 deep breaths?
Sorry.
Okay. So can you put a few fingers, just ends of fingers like that, those sort of fingers rather than those, like, yeah. And then give me an arm and hold. That's lovely. And then ends of fingers in the V in between your rib edges. And hold. That's good. No, you're doing well with these. And then ends of fingers like that. And hold. Good. And then hook under those there. Lovely. And hold. Good. And then this one, 2 fingers deep in there, just like we did on the other side. And hold. Yeah, it's coming down a bit, okay. And then 2 fingers lower than your belly button there, and hold, that's strong. Right, you can release. I'm just going to test a couple more. And hold. And hold. Okay. I think a lot of them are passing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some neat lavender on those 2 points that were sore to help ease it a bit, and that will work for the first part. I'm going to carry on testing and treating you. When you come back over again, I'm going to give you a bit of Gong on those 2 areas, and then we'll retest them at the end.
Lovely, thank you.
All right. So, can you turn over, please?
Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Okay. Just lighting my candles. It's going a bit dark. Okay, so can you bend a knee? Can you raise the knee off the couch? I'm going to push and hold. Lovely. Same the other side. And hold. Good, that's great, and that's that knee. So it's quite strong. I mean, obviously what I was testing there is the glute max for that side, but it does test the knee as well, so that was good. How's that feeling there? Is it? Yeah. So that's C2, the second vertebra of the spine, so I will be treating that as well. I've got quite a lot of heat on in here. Are you okay heat-wise, or would you like it up or down? Just right. Lovely.
They're sore as well.
Yeah, I can feel it. So sometimes people are sore here, and I normally find it on spines that have like inverse curve there, where it's actually curving in rather than out. And I can feel that. I mean, the good thing is I can get hold of the vertebra. I'm actually pushing my fingers or thumb base at the side. Can you feel I'm actually got the sides there? Sometimes people's spines are so far receded that I can't get hold of them because they're too far in. But I'll be able to do something about that. Does that feel all right? Yeah. So just for the benefit of the camera, what I'm doing here is rolling the muscles. In other words, like pushing them and bending them so that there's more give, that they're not holding on to too much tension. Sometimes this push and pull technique is part of Tuina, that is generally done on the back and shoulders, but can be done all over the body in this fashion. Particularly good on the calves and thighs. And the sacrum can tolerate quite a lot of pressure, a lot of strength. So I'm just applying a good amount of weight to the flat base of that spine, the sacrum. And it normally feels really good to have that done. And from here, it's a bit like holding one of those children's toys with the snake that's all compartmentalised into different sections. And when you hold one end, be it the tail or the head, the rest of the snake, all in different parts, will move in a beautiful wave-like fashion. And that's exactly what happens with the spine. So it's like I'm holding the tail of the snake right now, and the rest of the vertebrae are responding with a beautiful wave flowing action. And quite often with core therapy, what we do is actually avoid the area of pain at first, and we'll work in other areas, sometimes closely round it. And once we get to the actual area, we notice it's so much more relaxed and able to be treated, because the muscles aren't gripping in a kind of nervous kind of way. They let us in, and that means that the rest of the body can be treated to the aid of the original area that was in pain. And the glutes here need a good amount of massage and Tuina, because I know that this will then help the neck, and most people's necks need a good amount of therapy. That's good. The hips are swinging. Yeah, so it'd be great to get some cups on this area. So would you mind just getting up for me and taking your tops off, and then I'll put some cups on. Yeah, I don't think you've had a core therapy for a while, so maybe you've forgotten that feeling of Tuina.
Yeah.
How it makes you feel.
Yeah, it's like it's what your body wants.
Just feels right.
That's it. Yeah.
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 Just some lovely carrier oil without any essential oils in at the moment, to the whole back, neck, shoulders. And of course this will help the abdomen as well, because it's working from behind it instead of in front of it. So this will help the functioning of all the digestive organs, the lymph, reproductive system. So I'm just going to pull those down a little. Is that okay, Helen? Of course this will help the abdomen as well, because it's working from behind it instead. I'm just putting some tissue around your clothing. All the digestive organs, the lymph, So the cups tell me a lot. It's really interesting to see when I'm initially cupping what happens with the colouring of the skin just underneath the cup hole. So when I started just here, these could be a little bit more rosy. At the moment they're a little bit pale, so I know that's the area of tension. And then I'm going to bring and move some of that circulation up and down the body in that beautiful channel on the muscle line called the erector spinae. That feel all right, Helen?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good, great. So I'm just using one cup at the moment in a flash cupping technique where they come off and on. I'm just letting the skin tighten underneath it in that inverse pressure in flash cupping. And I'm bringing that lovely energy down to the kidneys right underneath where the cup is now, which is just above the waist. Our right kidney is slightly lower than our left because it has to make way for the liver, which is large and sits just above. Yeah, so getting that lovely energy down to the kidney there, that will really help with energy levels and removal of toxins into the urinary system. Yeah, looking nice and warm. Kidneys love being warm. Did it feel all right, Helen? Yeah. Right, now coming down to the waist and the pelvis. And then across this area that was tight earlier, let's see what the body's going to tell me. Yeah, it's quite tight here. So we have lots of lymph nodes on the sides of our torso. So I'm just bringing that energy and the circulation of the lymph, which is actually very superficial. It's on the very outside, just underneath the surface of the skin. Does this feel all right doing this, Helen? Is it tight? Is it?
Yeah, it's bearable though.
Yeah, bearable.
Yeah.
You've probably got quite a high pain threshold, I'm imagining. Okay, so it's really good because it's gone nice and rosy now. It was pale when I started, but that is lovely and rosy. So all these different lymph nodes here are now soaking up any waste that we don't need in the body, just allowing it to go. So bringing the energy down, that beautiful chi coming down, clearing the ribs, clearing the spine, down to the pelvis, massaging deeply into that pelvis, the sacrum, the iliac, all the ligaments that connect the bones of the pelvic girdle. If it's too much, do say.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, okay, you're doing well. Brilliant. That's what I like to see. It's nice and rosy. Just a nice shade. Not too red or hot. Just nice. Okay. So the rest of the body's looking good, but I'm still feeling that this is quite tight around here. And the way I can tell is because when I put a cup on, I can see the rest of the body tighten. It's like it's protecting itself because it obviously feels a little bit of pain there. So I am going to be very sensitive to that and caring. So we've done some flash cupping and quite a bit of moving cupping. I'm just going to leave those on there. Just for a couple of minutes while I work elsewhere. So in order to help that tightness in the vertebrae themselves, I'm just going to put a few more around the muscles each side of that thoracic area. Clearing the ribs along the same gradient and line so that they clear those muscles between the ribs, the intercostals. Lovely. It's going a nice shade now. Did it feel all right there, Helen?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, nice and warm, I bet.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm just doing a little foot repatterning here, releasing the big toe, which actually also releases the neck and head, then releasing the ball of the foot just under the big toe, which releases the shoulder and shoulder blade. And now I've got my thumb at the solar plexus and my finger at the kidney point, supporting the base, our heel, which is all about our stability, security, our groundedness. Nice and loose. Then anchoring into the pelvis, bringing the leg out and just supporting a little bit, doing a leg repatterning. So this actually raises the opposite hip and therefore repatterns, realigns the pelvic girdle so it sits correctly. Because in the kinesiology earlier, I did notice that the pelvis was just slightly tilted down to one side. So that should help that when we retest it later. So again, coming up to the toe, having a feel round the neck, down the thyroid, feet feel a little bit chilly, and that's probably why they are, this one particularly is lacking a little bit of that rosiness at the moment. It's gone more of a skin colour without the blood there. So I will make sure that Helen's feet are warm after this. Just working down to the bladder from the kidney, helping again release toxins, any waste, and just moving the different parts separately in a little bit of Tuina, push and pull down the side, down the joints of the body, and then all along the spine, giving that spine a nice stretch from top to toe. Pushing in and round. Sacral fix. Let's get those feet warm. Lovely treatment all the way down the spine. And into that thoracic. There are a few lovely rosy marks here, but I don't think they're going to last long, I can tell. They're mainly indentations from the glass rather than from the sucking action. Lovely. And a little sacral float to tune into the top and bottom of the spine. Qigong energy channeling its way up and down and around the body. There's a wonderful pulse here of the cerebral spinal fluid. Just feels like you're tapping into the essence, the origin of life. Okay. Okay, so knees. Anywhere painful, Helen? Anywhere? No?
Oh, no, not really.
No? Good.
A bit, that's a bit tight. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Does it make you laugh? Is it ticklish?
That's a good spot.
Is it painful on the other side as well? Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, they're tight.
Well, I'll be giving them a massage shortly, won't I? I'll give them some attention. But the knee itself feels good then. Yeah, patella's moving.
That knee always loves being, whatever you do to it.
Mobilised.
Yeah, it just feels loved when you touch it. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes a lot of sense. Feels loved. Oh, sweet. What about this knee?
Not the same. It's
Really?
funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's like that one needs loving.
Because it's been, what was it, shot? Yeah. As, you know, normal. As it's been shot, I wonder, I've never thought this before, but maybe a part of our body can feel like hated, like not liked.
Oh, yeah.
And so what you're saying is when it's given some TLC, it feels loved.
Definitely, I believe that. We hold on to, the emotions in the physical body, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
Trauma. I mean, obviously this knee's had trauma and it's recuperating, it's getting better.
Yeah, but it just feels lovely when you do that.
It's going a little bit crunchy now. Can you feel that?
No.
Here, so bottom right of the patella.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that happens, you see, because when if something is stuck, as in immobile, it likes being in a certain place and it does not want to be shifted from that place.
Yeah.
Then once you start moving it, it does go crunchy. That I see that all the
A
time.
bit of resistance to what you're doing.
Well, it's just because there's been because the patella, just like the sacrum or the scapula, they're flat plates of bone, and so they harbour toxins underneath them very easily. If there are lots of different bones, the toxins can't sit there very easily. They get found out.
Yeah.
But under a flat plate, you easily hide waste there, lactic acid and old blood cells and waste basically. And so, whenever we agitate that flat plate, it releases them, and that's what I think, this is just my view, what releases that crunchy feeling.
Wow.
But the more that we do this, you see, it's stopped doing it now.
Right.
They go, and I'm encouraging them to go this way to the lymph node at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better. Do you want a towel back over your feet?
Oh, yes, please, that'd be lovely. Yes, please. Yeah, it's very sort of comforting, quite slightly emotional when you treat that knee. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Very interesting.
What happens? Do you think back to the event, or no? What is it then?
It just feels like it's really comforting when you do it. It's like it needs it, It's really interesting. It's different to the other knee, definitely. Yeah.
I'm just going to give your Houston valve and Ileocecal valve a little bit of love, a little bit of Qigong. Tummy's still grumbling, but not quite as loudly. So this is an arm repatterning. Having done the foot and the leg repatterning, we're now onto the arm. And this actually works on the shoulder. Yeah, it's working on the wrist and the elbow as well, but mainly on that shoulder top and the scapula to change the orientation of it so it's lifting away from the back and moving how it should. Is like a realignment so it sits in the correct place, and then just pushing down the top of that trapezius to the deltoid, bouncing that shoulder down. That's good, it bounces, lovely. And round to the left. That's it, lovely, giving me the whole weight of your arm, working on wrist, elbow and shoulder. Nice. So, bringing my fingers, palms stretched out, either side of the spine. Then I'm moving my fingers against the spine, one at a time, like climbing a ladder. I'm just sensing what's going on, whether any of them are tight or stopping blood flow and the lymph. Yeah, there's the odd tight one there, so I'm just going to come down again and come back to those. Helen finds them sore there. So I'm now at the left at about T6, maybe T5, probably both. I'm asking Helen to relax. There we are, coming up, all tight again at T2. Probably because T1 is tight, yeah. I'm just going to undo that a little bit, get my hands. Gosh, how many tops have you got on? Too many, she says.
Too many.
Sorry, it's all right. Okay, so if we, oh yeah. Right, okay. This is what we could feel when we were lying on your front. It felt solid. Okay, let go, that's it. Let your vertebra come down to the couch, sink down. Feel the contact with the cushioning of the couch and let go. Release. Heavy, heavy, heavy. You are supported. You are safe. You are supported. You are safe. Now a neck release. Okay, so I've got my fingers slightly curled below the occiput and above C1. which is the top vertebra called the atlas.
Which is the top vertebra called the atlas.
Then just stretch at that same point to help release and create a gap, some space, so that each vertebra does not sit too heavily on the one below, nor fixated, nor subluxated, simply aligned with space above and below. That's better. Oh, tight, tight, tight. Okay, just turning to one side, just going to have a feel of the neck. So I'm supporting the neck up to the air and hoping for some lovely bounces so that the neck gives every time. Lovely. And when I feel one is tighter than the others, I just apply a little more pressure for a little longer.
And then down to the spinal wall. These feel tight. Okay, let go. That's it. Down to the spinal processes.
Then down to the spinal processes, the arms, each side of each vertebra. And I'm pushing gently as if applying a little pivoting action, as if one should seesaw the bone. Quite tight at C2.
Especially when I feel that it's quite tight there, this upper one, so this is about C2, it's quite high up. And it feels quite tight, it's actually released lower down now. That's good, but yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's the one. That's the baby. Let go, let go, let go.
Bone, then, oh, lovely. Okay, so without dropping round.
Back into the middle, oh, lovely. Let the head naturally tilt backwards.
Stimulate a tilting head action where the head tilts all the way back, which is good. A little bit tight there, so that's even higher. It's probably C1 now.
C1 can get trapped and stuck, such as with whiplash or injury or other repetitive actions, even phone use. So I'm just going to feel into the other side of the spine, pressing down on each vertebra separately, and then coming up onto the processes. Oh, it doesn't feel so bad on this side. Yep, even C1 feels okay. It probably feels tight to you, Helen, but it's much better than the other side.
That's good.
Okay, some nice long breaths. That's good. Nice neck release again. Okay, don't push, don't push, don't push. Let it go naturally. Lovely, that's what I want. A natural releasing neck release. Now bouncing that shoulder down, hoping that it bounces and gives and allows the shoulder to lengthen and contract naturally. Then a stretch, holding the head while pushing the shoulders. Pulling the head while pushing the shoulder. Holding a good amount of time. Really encouraging that lengthening, releasing. Okay, back to the other side. Oh, that feels a lot better. Lovely. Stretching out through the palms, the fingers, turning into the wrists, turning into the ankles. Breathing into the abdomen. And then when you're ready, bringing your arms up over your head for a nice long body stretch. So I'm just going to retest a few things. Are you back with me?
I am, yes.
Yeah. Can I have your right arm and leg? I'm going to push and hold. So strong, hardly juddering as well. And hold. Brilliant. And I'm applying a lot of pressure. So we're doing opposites now. And hold. Fantastic. Just really good holds. And hold. Yeah. And then this one. Give me this arm and hold. Nice. Lovely. Now I think you're a lot better now.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, my absolute pleasure.